So to create a user, we're going to go to admin. We're going to go to outline, document, events on load. And we're going to check if they exist. If they don't, we're going to create two groups. So we're going to need two ifs here. If directory dot group users equals null, then we want to create a group. Directory.add group. I think you just put in the group name. Then we'll do the exact same thing. Actually, we'll do a directory.save because these might happen independently, probably not, but so take this, we'll do the same thing for admin, the admin group. So group.admin equals null, add a group called admin, and save the directory. I'm going to do a debugger here, just so we know this is working. So if we refresh now, onload is going to do those checks. I should have actually done the debugger because it just fired through that. So let's go to the studio. We'll just go to the directory and check if those were created properly. So groups, no. So now we will do the debug. Refresh. Okay, if directory.group users equals null. Sorry. Reloading. So let's see what that is. Directory.group users. What does that equal? Reference here. Directory is not defined. Oh, that's because we're on the client side. Sorry. That script would work on the server side, but it's different on the client side. So what we need to do is transport that code to a server method. Let's make it. We'll do it on the account setup, I guess. Init groups, we'll call it, we'll make it a public function. Let's go to the admin.js, grab this code, cut it, go back to the model, init groups. We're just going to need that code in here. So now that that code's on the server, we need to call it from the client, ds dot, where did I put it? In the account, init groups. ds dot account dot init groups. I won't do an on success for that. Actually, no, not for now. So that should initialize the groups. Let's test, make sure it worked. Reload. Okay, in the directory should now have two groups. No. Let's put a debugger. Oh, I didn't save this. That's a problem. Save. Let's try it again, but I'm going to put debug in there just so we know it's firing. refresh on the browser, should fire on the server. I don't think the debugger came up. Yes, it did. No, it didn't. So no debugger. So let's try seeing if directory did get them. No, so something's not firing. Sorry, I need to reload the model because I added a function on the model. So I just stopped it here and restart. So let's try it one more time. Reload, there's our debugger popped up. And so now it's going to go through. No directory called users, so it's going to make one. And it should have yes to all. So I don't know if the debugger was what messed that up, but we do have the one user now. Let's take the debugger out. I'm going to delete this user just to make sure that's working. Save, stop. And I'll start the server once it's stopped. So I'm going to take the debugger out of that script so it will just run through, and we should get two groups that are saved. So save, go to Firefox, reload, which will trigger that function, and we should now have two groups in the directory. There they are. So there, we've got the two groups created if they're not there. Oops. I closed that by accident. Okay, so what do we need to do next? We're done with the directory for now. Where are we here? So in this admin.js, so we've got the server refresh, so that should be refreshing. Is this all working then? So we've got the groups. Oh, we were going to add these users to groups. So that happens on the server in the model. So okay, we did the init groups. Now when we create a new user, we want to add these users to the appropriate groups. And that's pretty easy to do. We've got our user here. So if the user equals true, then directory user, which is our variable, dot put into, and you just put the name. I'm just going to do this on one line. The name of the group, users, and then the same thing. If the admin equals true, then directory user put into admin. Did I put admin or admins? The group name is just admin, singular. So that should add them to the appropriate groups. So now, let's try this. Reload in case there's anything new. I'm going to take off debugger. So we've got account 1, got the users. Let's do someone new. Wendy. We'll give them both admin and user. Add user. Okay, we've got a problem here. Oh, I mistyped. The admin equals true. Back to Firefox, we'll redo that with different credentials here. Okay, so we've got a new user. Let's make sure they're in the right groups. I'll go to the directory. Tester full should be part of both groups. Yes, checked off, so that's working. Next, we need to be able to delete users, and we've got some interface cleaning up to do here. Let's do that first. So we want those values to be blank when we're done adding a user. So if we go to admin.html, actually into the JavaScript, so on success, we're just going to clear those variables. So v username dot clear, and I think that's how you call it. I'm going to try that just to see if that works. Nope. We'll just username. We'll try this equals blank string. Oops. See if that worked. I'm sure that will work better. And no, it's not clearing that. I want it after add user to clear this value, so I'm going to figure out how to do that. And I'm using it the wrong way. It's actually using the Wakanda widget. So text field, full name dot clear. That should do it. Let's try that now. So full name should clear. No. Why am I having such problems with this? It's because I don't type properly. That will always cost you. Last try here. Maybe I need to reload actually. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm sure I can figure it out, but I'm not going to right now. Let's get the delete button working. It's more important. So we can close it. Well, okay, so delete button right here. So let's delete a user now. It's going to look a lot like the add user. So I'm actually just going to copy and paste this. So DS, it's delete user. Rather than that, for the function, event, so on success. Let's do this for now. We're going to send one, we will send two parameters. Actually, I'll just send one. Sources dot user dot, now just to confirm our data source names, users in the related attributes, so it's users. Source dot users dot get current element dot ID, because it's a collection. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't feel like finishing this. So anyways, you saw how to add users. I'm not going to finish. That's the last movie, but it's the same process for deleting. Just go through, send it to the server, delete the user out of the directory, delete them out of the data store, and you're done.